Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
How's it going? Hey, so listen, we do this live, as you know, which makes it a ton of fun for us because we just freewheel a lot of it. So, the more people that come on for us, we get so much more information and stuff we could play with. So tell your friends, text them, send them the link to the show. Tell them to come on. Tell them to come check it out. Tell them, and you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll keep doing it because we've got other stuff that we're going to be doing. We're gonna still have to work out the logistics of the dating show for George, but that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be hysterical.
We got. I actually got a couple of 2 or 3 inquiries about it in the email.
That's it, just 2 or 3.
Well, I mean, because we haven't told people to send it in or how to enter, but a couple of people jumped the gun and reached out, so it was flattering.
2 or 3 is not looking good for you, George. I thought there'd be
we haven't announced it
6. Anyway, subscribe.
They were all from prison.
Subscribe. Hey, whatever. Maybe they were put there for doing something not so bad. Subscribe and tell your friends to come and join us. It's fun. Okay, so tonight's topics, we have I don't know why, but some people seem to be intrigued with the fact that I've made 2 albums. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, okay, this is an interesting one as well. Maybe different interesting is, if you knew when you were going to die, would you want to know, and what would you do differently? And then the third one that we're going to talk about is it okay, or do you let your pet or whatever sleep with you at night? And those are the topics. So before we get started, though, Ozzy Osbourne passed away.
Terrible.
And yeah, I never met him. Did you know him at all, George?
I had a band tour on Ozfest and met him very briefly in the process of doing that, but I didn't really know him.
No. I was not a Black Sabbath guy. Mark, I know you don't listen to any kind of music.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
Well, what do you listen to?
I used to listen to Sonny and Cher.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on from Mark Jones and his music.
And Bread. I love Bread.
Bread?
Oh, in the 70s?
Bread, yeah. Well, David
song.
Green. Oh, yeah. Bread, yeah. One song, and then you want to cry for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ozzy was a big deal, right, George?
Yes, he was. I feel like Black Sabbath was the beginning of heavy metal to me.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they're at the very start of it.
Okay.
Don't they call him the godfather of heavy metal on the news?
Yeah.
They were calling him that.
Oh, okay. Well, Pamela Wooten loves Bread, George.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Also, I'm sorry about. I know my wife knew his son Jack, and I don't think she's spoken to him in a while. But and the other thing that I was wanting to discuss that you guys have seen real quick is the couple at the Coldplay concert.
Mm.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
Mark?
of course.
You haven't, Mark. Have you seen it? Mark Jones.
No.
You're kidding me.
What? Say it again.
The couple that got busted at the Coldplay concert. They were in the.
That. Yeah, I've seen it. So more than I want to see it. Of course.
Okay. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny, and I got to tell you, I'm amazed that people still think that there aren't cameras everywhere. That's what absolutely kills me. There are cameras all over the place, and you got to behave. Anyway, okay. So
I have to behave in my house. There are cameras.
Yeah, I have cameras in my house.
Yeah, no, seriously. You know what I do? I have parties, and there's one in the kitchen, and you know how everybody hangs out at the kitchen, and I'm just thinking to myself,
wait a minute.
What?
When did you have a party?
Some years ago, I had a party. I have parties. I just don't invite you.
I was at one party you ever threw was your birthday, like 11 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
1970. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Wow.
It was the only party I've been to at your house.
No, we have a lot of parties that we never used to. Well, you go to bed at like 8:30, so we'd come by. People would come by late.
All right. So people ask me about my albums, and so here's how that all came. Scott sings, yeah. So somebody's stealing Mark's fondue set.
That's funny. Who said that? Who said
Oh my God, Bandini.
That's
oh
funny.
my God, that is so funny. Wow, I hate fondue. Hate it. Anyway, that's me
too,
singing.
actually.
That's me singing live. So here's the way. Here's how this all happened. So I was doing Happy Days. Yeah, I don't know what that move is. It's ridiculous. Looks like I split my pants or something. But
Nice bell bottoms.
yeah. Oh my God, this is 1970. Yeah, that's the first album.
There's his album.
That's that's the photo that Michael Jackson ripped off.
You were 4 years old, right? When you took that photo.
See, same photo. All right, my album came out first. He ripped me off. Sorry, I'm gonna sue for some rights.
That's right.
Yep,
you're right.
I need to sue Michael Jackson. Joking. Anyway, so I was doing Happy Days, and at some point in the show, my first year on Happy Days, they asked me to sing, and it was horrible. I sang "Thank Heaven for Little Girls," whatever. Sorry, I dropped my pen. And then as the years went by and I grew up and I started dating Joni, they asked if I could sing, and I said, no, I don't. And they said, come on, you can sing. And I started singing. And of course, the show was very popular. I guess, I don't know, 30, 40 million people a week were watching it.
Wow.
So of course, I get a phone call. Hey, do you want to make a record? So and of course, everybody wants to look at this photo. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And these people,
how did they superimpose you over that crowd shot? It looks like you're actually there, and those people are watching you. They did an amazing job back then.
They were in line for a ride, and
and you were trying to get their attention. And they kept going, "Who's that guy with the microphone up there?"
You know what? That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's
Scott, can we watch one of your Happy Days performances here?
Well,
can you watch it if you got one?
Yeah, do you mind if I put it up?
No, go, George. Go ahead.
Yeah, just cut the humor, George, and go right to a performance.
Just call, and I might have the time. Just call, can I lend you a dime? Just call, and I know that you like what
Notice
you
the guitar playing.
Just call.
All right, great, George. Excellent. I had no
Nice.
idea how to play the guitar. I just moved my hand up and down the fretboard.
Yeah,
Is it the fretboard?
Yeah, we noticed, Scott.
Yeah, you did not notice because you don't play guitar.
No, but I did. No, I noticed you just kept doing this.
Oh, okay.
But I was looking at Joni, so I didn't see
you.
you.
Mind this in the gutter constantly. Anyway, so Erin Moran, God bless her soul, good singer. She could sing. I could not sing. But listen,
She actually had a good voice. Yeah.
What?
She had a good voice.
She had a great voice. But you get heady, and somebody offers you a record deal, and you go, "Wow!" And they paid me a good chunk of money, and went in the studio, which, as you know, George, is one of the great things you'll ever do.
It's exciting.
Hey,
you remember you cracked the top 200 on the Billboard charts. It was
I did.
What was in that kiss, and it was number 181. Your album.
You got to play a little bit of that song.
We
I
can't.
actually have another one, but I don't have that one.
You don't have. Okay, no.
That was it. I still play it every day.
I know. You play it.
I have it on a loop.
You have a girl come over. I'm sure you.
Would you like to see one of your TV performances? Come on.
Sure. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, George.
Go ahead. Okay, so now
Is that Elvis?
No. So I stole Beetlejuice's jacket for that one. Go, George. You want to
that
ask me
guitar
something?
in your house? I think.
I have that guitar.
Yeah.
I have that guitar, but in that video, I'm actually playing the guitar. I learned chords. So I knew that if you learn 4 chords, you could pretty much play any song. So Ellen Diamond says, would I consider performing in concert or performing on a Broadway musical? No, I do not like, I'm sorry. I do not like Broadway. I don't like theater. I don't like musical theater. I just don't.
You won't even go to a Broadway.
I won't even go. And I'm sorry to all you performers out there that do it. It just bores me. They had photos of me outside Tower Records on Sunset Boulevard, which was a very big deal.
Huge.
And this was the beginning of the end of Tower.
This was the beginning of the end of Tower.
They closed it the next day.
They closed it like a month later. Yeah, they were gone.
I remember that tower.
Yeah, it was right on Sunset.
Everybody remembers
it. Was legendary. It was a legendary place.
So anyway, I make this record with a guy named Bob Reno. And I don't even remember where I recorded it. So I went on the road and they got radio play on KIQQ FM 100 Los Angeles. Do you remember that station? Anyone?
I don't. I remember KRLA and KHJ.
Yeah, okay. KIQQ, and I went up. I did an interview and they talked to me and whatever. And I don't know if it sold. I have no idea.
You did a second album, so it must have sold. The first one must have.
This is the second one. I had it up here.
George, you're getting ahead of me.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's okay. I don't know if it. Mark, I don't know. I don't know.
It had to have.
Excuse me. I don't know if it sold or not.
It had to sell because if you get on the charts, it's a combination of airplay and record sales. Yeah. So it had to have sold.
And I bought 25 of them when it first came out. Personally,
what were they? $9 each.
I have no idea.
Are you ready for this? So on KIQQ, you could actually call in and request the song.
Yeah, right? We could do that.
So me and my whole family kept calling and calling and calling and calling. Finally, somebody said, "Did you just call here?" No, click.
That's funny. Do you know that I did it? We used to do it. We dial real fast. We did have push button phones, and we dial. And I got on, and I didn't think I'd get on. And he goes, and Mark is on, and from Woodland Hills, what do you want? And I couldn't think of any song, so I just blurted out, "The Lion Sleeps Tonight."
Oh, God.
I remember that, and I remember listening to it. I was in my room. I must have been 15 years old, 16.
So wait, Diane Triglione still has 2 of my albums. Where are they? Where do you have my albums? I hope they're sequestered somewhere where no one else.
They're framed.
Listen, the production was great. The musicians were great. All the producers were great. I'm not a singer. And then, so that record came out and it was fun. And I went on the road and I did all that kind of stuff. And, I thought I was a rock and roller for a hot minute. And then, I was doing the show at the same time and it got very popular. And then, so then it's kind of subsided. Then they came to me to do another record. And I said to my father, "Really? Why? It was sort of escaping me as to why they would keep asking me to sing." And then I had the good fortune of working with and I hope I got this right. I hope Michael didn't do the first one. Producer Michael Lloyd, who's a dear friend of mine to this day. I just spoke with him a little bit ago. He produced the second album, and he was on stage with me. He played the guitar. He was on stage with me. Great guy. And I did the second album, and I don't know, George, do you ever track the second album if it sold anything or?
I don't know that. I don't think it did as well as the first, but I actually don't know the number where it landed on Billboard.
Do you remember who put out your album? Like
RCA.
What?
RCA.
Oh my God, they were huge. That was
right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I was on the same label as Rick Springfield.
Yeah, and the flip side of your album was Frank Sinatra.
I did Frank Sinatra.
Did you do it on your album?
Mark, do you think I sang Frank Sinatra songs?
No, I thought you might have. I mean, I don't know. I didn't.
Why would I?
I swear, I thought you were being serious.
No. You thought I sang like side A was me.
No, I thought you sang one of his songs in your style.
No, but I will tell you this, and I think I said this before. when Neil Diamond came to see me in concert with his daughter Ellen, and I don't. There's an Ellen Diamond on here, and I don't know if it's her or not. But if it is
I
Ellen
see it.
Diamond, what?
I see it. Ask her.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's her or not.
Is that how
And if
she
it is
spells
her,
Ellen?
Ellen, is this my old friend Ellen Diamond? Say hi. Just say the word hi, and I'll know it's you.
By the way, that comment I put up, that's yes. That somebody started sending out fake friend requests after the last podcast. I tried to take them down, but you're right that they are not right.
Yeah, James Power, you're right. I'm no Rick Springfield. I sang one of his songs, but he gave me one of his songs and saying, I'm no Rick Springfield. The guy's great. But
Jesse's Girl, great song.
Yeah, that guy's a musician and a singer. I clearly am not. But anyway, so Neil Diamond came to see me perform, and I told the story, didn't I? Did I tell the story on the show?
Yeah.
And after the show, he said I should sing one of his songs, and I just thought, no, I'm not going to sing one of your songs, Mr. Diamond. I'm just not going to ruin it. So anyway, but I did have a great time, and I went and toured, and I toured. I played a couple of gigs with that album, and it was I got to tell you, it was fun. And then at a certain point, I just was like, you know what? I'm not put here to do this. I'm just not. I'm not a singer. I have very little. I cannot dance. Not that I was going to dance on stage, but everybody dances on stage now. But anyway, that was the beginning and the end of my scene. What? Go, Mark.
Did they ever have you sing one of your songs in Happy Days? Like your hit song, or did they? Be curious. Were they?
What hit song?
No, the one that the first kiss or whatever.
Oh no, they never. You know what? I'm sure even back then it was a rights issue and a thing. Yeah. And Paramount and ABC, and we can't have that. And because all the music we sang.
Oh yeah, RCA is Channel 4. It was NBC, so they probably wouldn't want it. Yeah,
because most of the stuff that Aaron and I sang on Happy Days was new material written by, oh God, Jim Dunn, and some other guy, and I can't remember his name.
Scott, you used to say the levels of famous went from like TV to sports superstars to like rock stars. When you were singing and had that success, did you get any? Was it a crazier time than even when you were like you told me one time you were with Billy Idol and you were invisible because everybody was focused on him.
Rock stars. Hey Joe. Hudson Brothers were on your album. The Hudson Brothers were on my album. They performed it. They played music on my album.
The Hudson Brothers. Razzle Dazzle Show.
That's Kate Hudson's dad, one of those guys. And
Michael Lloyd. I think it's Mark Hudson.
Was it? And Michael Lloyd was friends with those guys. Michael Lloyd knows everyone.
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah, I was true story. For me, my opinion, rock stars, in terms of the awe factor, in terms of oh my God factor, when rock stars, movie stars, TV stars, and everybody else is kind of underneath that. But rock stars, I was at a club one night. I think it was called Vertigo. It was downtown LA, I got to set this up for you. My music's on Spotify. Dear God, my daughter will play it for me once in a while.
Does she laugh?
She just plays it, and I'm like, please God. But anyway, I was out one night at Vertigo, and so let me set this up for you about how popular I was. I had Happy Days on twice a day. Charles in Charge was on twice a day. I had a new series called Baby Talk on Friday nights. So what's that? That's
5 shows.
No, that's an hour. That's 2 hours a day times 5 is 10, and plus the new show 30. 10 hours and 30 minutes a week. I was on television. No joke.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
A lot. I went out one night, and Billy Idol was there, and he calls me over, and I sit down with him and talk and blah. And I swear to you, there was a line of women waiting to meet him. I was not even there. I was invisible. I swear to God. I was just like, and I said, Billy, I'm nobody here. I got to go. And I true story.
I believe that. Weren't you the one that said music money also?
Right? Well, George would know that music.
Yeah,
money.
in the 70s, 80s, right? There was so much money when you had a hit song on the radio. You had sold albums. Different than today with the streaming, but yeah.
Who makes more money now, George? Big rock star then or now?
I would say then, in the way when we sold formats, especially vinyl, it was a very, very profitable. But then the business model shifts. It shifts from the artists used to keep all of their touring money, and now everybody's got your hand in their 360 deals, which is anything you make money on, your label or other people also participate in. So it's changed, but
so you're saying that now they get rich from concerts before they got rich from the albums?
Yes, I believe that.
It's totally inverted.
Well, you still made money in touring before, but I think that you rely more heavily on it because what do you get? Pennies on fractions of pennies on Spotify, and there are no formats. People are only buying digital formats now.
And also, George, didn't radio play bring in hundreds, millions of dollars? Because you on the radio all over the country, each one paid, like I heard, 6 cents or something. I heard they get so much more money.
When you there's a mechanical royalty that you generate when you make an album, and it's based on manufacture, not on sales. So if you printed a million vinyl or CDs, you'd have to pay mechanical royalties on those, even if they didn't sell through. But that doesn't
more than now. Well, anyway, Faustina asked if I played the sax. No, I don't play the sax. Okay. But
early age.
Funny. And tickets are so expensive now, aren't they?
I know, they're crazy.
Go to a concert, like $1,000 to go see somebody, like in their crap seats.
And if you want to get, a lot of guys do meet and greets, and those 2 packages are just insane. And they're for one person usually, not 2. So you got to buy 2 of them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Roy Shapiro says merch is making the bulk of the tour revenue.
Probably, yeah.
Depends on the artist, right? That's certainly true.
Anyway,
yeah, like the girl.
Okay. So I got into the record business at the right time, but I didn't make any money. They paid me a flat. Anyway, okay. Next subject. Would you want to know when you're going to die? And if you do want to know, what would you do differently?
Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say, well, if I knew I was going to die at 102 years old, then I'd want to know. But anything short of that, I generally wouldn't want to know, because what if they said you got 4 years, you got 8 years, you would constantly be feeling the ticking down, and then I think ignorance is bliss. I mean, I don't think anybody.
Wait a minute. What if you were told when you were told, everybody gets told when they're 21 years old, you're going to live to be. It's like Logan's Run. Remember when they were 35?
Yeah, I think
30 what?
30 years old.
30. So if you were told at a certain point, everybody gets told here's how long you're going to live. Or, well, no, that doesn't, no, I can't, no, not that, no.
Yeah.
No, now, Mark, but if you were said 102, so at 101, what would you say?
Could I have a few more years?
Thank you.
Here's the thing. You say, okay, let's say at 30, they say, okay, you have till 82. And you might say, well, that's 50 years, whatever. I think knowing there's an expiration date, even though we know there is one, or at least this lifetime, I think it would screw you up because I think you need to live life and not be, I think you'd be obsessed if you really had a date. Me, but you tell me, what do you think?
Of course, no, but if you found out right now that at 86 years old you were going to die, what would you got? What same thing, George? My grandma died at 108 and a half.
Wow, good for her.
Lisa Bella.
I wouldn't want to know, but I would spend as much time as possible with my children because
much to they don't want you to know
whether or not they want me to be there.
Dad, we know you're going to die. I'm going off to see my friends at the house. I can't.
Sons are going to say, Dad, it was a mistake. You're going to live to 200. We got
so, but you'd want to spend time with your kids. Okay?
That's all I would want.
That's it.
Well,
I would continue to live the way I live, but I would just want to spend more time with my children.
Okay, you wouldn't want to go back and right any wrongs. You wouldn't want to do any of that.
Nothing terrible comes to mind. I don't know.
But we could do it now. If you hit your 80s, you're limited. You could say, I'm 80 now, I better go back. I just think, and God forbid, what if you're 21 years old and they say you're going to go at 42? Now you're thinking, my career, gosh, that's what I want.
Right.
I think it would destroy you.
Right.
So I'm saying I wouldn't want to know.
Right.
Because you wouldn't live your life. If you knew you were going to die at 41 and you're 28, and you just got married, you're thinking, oh, I got kids, but then I'm going to leave them. They're only going to be 14 years. I think
George thinks his dates are listening.
Mark, I have to ask you a favor. 3 people have asked me why you're on top. It bothers them. Apparently, I usually do it this way. I don't remember that. So I need.
I was kind of enjoying being on top, and now you regulated me to relegated me. Thank you to the bottom. We should do it every other week. I should be top. You should be bottom.
Okay.
I can't.
So wait a minute. Sorry, George. So let's get back. So if you were told that you were going to die at 41, why would you want to go to work? Why would you
still want a decent life? You still want to buy a house. You got 30 years or 20 years. If you're 25, you would still want to live life. See, I think you just sit in a park and drink. I'm saying I think it would screw you up.
Park and drink.
Okay, so now what?
George? He said he wants to sit in a park and drink.
If I was 28 years old and they said I'm only going to make it to 41, what about your career and you want to develop and make movies and get successful and have kids and grandkids? You're never going to do it.
Okay, then what if you were told the age you were going to die, but you knew that you were going to heaven?
Whoop, sorry about that.
Well, I would like to think I'm going to heaven no matter when I die.
But no, you'd like to think, but you don't know.
That's an odd question to answer because I just think if you live the right life, you'll do it. So I don't think, somebody agrees with me. One person. I think, I don't know if that's a fair, that wouldn't make the difference because I'd go, I don't want to go to heaven that soon. let me have a nice life and then I'd love to go to heaven. So I don't think it changes anything. I think you'd still want to live life and you'd want to have kids and a wife and buy a house and have a career. And at 41,
but why didn't you do any of that?
Well, because they told me I was going to live to 102, so I still have time.
You got a house, nothing else. You got a house and a cat. You're good.
I do. I have a cat. Well, I couldn't get anybody to want to marry me. That was the problem.
So Pamela Wooten says she'd like to spend time with her kids and do memorable things.
But you should do that anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're going to go. So that would.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Scott, you haven't answered. What's your
what?
Would you want to know?
Answered. Would I like to know?
Oh, yeah. Would you want to know?
No.
Yeah.
No, I would not. I would not want to know, because it could be tomorrow. It could be, and then you're right, Mark. Even if it's 20 years from now, I'll be in my 80s. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta hurry up and do more stuff.
Dad, I'm getting married on October 2nd. Can you make it January 1st?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you would be all.
Would you want to know how you're gonna die?
Oh God, I know. Same question.
Don't get so morbid about it. It's a comedy show.
Wow, that good subject matter for comedy. Don't they do a sitcom where they always have one dramatic episode where somebody dies and it was all dramatic?
Chuck Wagon says, if I knew I was going to die, I would make sure I take out the person who killed me.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. So God, yeah, I wouldn't want to know. And I think you're right, Mark. I think you're right. I think, of course, it's the not knowing that keeps you
going,
right?
Yeah.
You want to achieve all these things, but then the other side of that is maybe if you knew, you wouldn't worry so much about, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to get to this level, I have to be, make $1 million. Maybe you wouldn't worry about those things.
Oh, but then your life, all your desires will be hindered. You'll be
true.
Yeah. I mean, I think ignorance is bliss. I go back to that stupid cliche. Oh, somebody just popped it up, and honestly, I didn't see that till after I said it. So,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay, no, I tend to agree that I would not want to know when. George, you don't want to know when?
I don't want to know.
But does anybody watching want to know when? Anybody?
Yeah, that's interesting. And then give us the reason why. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to know when I'm going to die. Only God knows. Yeah, that's true. No way. Somebody says yes. Karaoke. Where's that karaoke? Somebody wants to know when. Okay. Well, listen. Okay. So we don't. Nobody wants to know. And what if you found out you were going to die by a shark attack?
I would never go in the water.
You know what? That's okay. So that's one of those. That's
a Twilight Zone.
That's a Twilight Zone.
That's Sleeping Beauty, right?
That's right. Yeah.
They hide all that. Beauty
and the Beast, wasn't it?
No. Sleeping Beauty. She's gonna prick her finger on a spindle and sleep forever until she finds true love, and they hide all the spindles.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
She goes and she finds one.
Yeah.
So something would make you
Sharknado.
So
they would come out of the water and eat you in the street.
No, something would make you, Mark. If you were supposed to die by shark, some event would happen. Either you're in a plane.
I was just going to say that,
and you live, and you're in a little lifeboat, and a shark eats you.
Yeah. So if that's how you're going to die, somehow you can avoid. That is a Twilight Zone.
Only during Shark Week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's probably was a Twilight Zone. I think we just wrote a Twilight Zone. Okay.
Hey, before you go on the next one, I have a question for you. You have two clocks behind you, and they're on different times, and I'm just wondering why. The one in the middle on the top, and the one on the right in the middle.
One's working and one's not.
What?
I said one's working, one's not.
The one in the middle on top is a Rolex from my friend Anthony, who lives up in the East Coast, and that one is that's a clock that I got for doing Happy Days. I think it was the 250th. Oh no, that's from Universal Studios for doing 126 episodes of Charles in Charge.
Is that? But why do you have it on different times?
It's not on. There's no battery in that one.
What were those? Your pajamas you were wearing when you stood up? Those.
What? My Trump pajamas.
Oh, Trump! I only saw the UMP. I thought it was baseball. I don't know.
Somebody wants us to talk politics. He said, "I'm bored. Why don't you guys talk politics?"
You know what? We have before, and I'm open for some, but I think. Then you go down that rabbit hole, and I think most of our viewers.
Well, let's do it. Let's do a subject maybe the next week. So let's do politics.
Yeah, we can do current stuff.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, a lot
of stuff. Did you just for a moment? Did you watch Tulsi Gabbard today?
I saw little clips on Fox, but I didn't see the how she came out and said what she's doing.
She said she's saying that Obama set
Yeah.
up the whole Russia thing. I
can believe it.
I don't know what
But nothing's going to happen because he'll say presidential immunity Anyway, listen, they do dirty tricks.
Yeah,
a lot.
Anyway, so all right, next subject. No matter what George?
Oh, pets, sleeping with your pet.
Yeah, no matter what your pet is, does your pet sleep with you, and should pets sleep with their people? Mark, George had a dog that almost ate his house. Literally.
My daughter wanted a Shraka or something like that. It's a Russian mountain dog.
And how big would it get?
And it looked like a bear. If you look at the pictures of it, would have gotten huge. And
like what, 200 pounds or less than 200 pounds?
I don't know. I would guess
close to. I bet over 150.
It was gigantic, but she loved it. It was a really cool dog, but I had a decent sized backyard, but not for a bear dog in the mountains in Russia. And she actually bought it from Russia. And I always thought, this is a scam. We're not going to get it. But it actually showed up, and it was the dog in the picture. It's like everybody's like, don't do it. It's never going to come. And she wanted to do it. So we did it. And we went down to the airport and picked it up. And I was like, oh, my God, there it is. But it would walk around the house and it would bite the walls. It would just go,
trying to get out. It was trying to go back to Russia.
And then it was biting the baseboards, and it would start. There's bite marks all over the place. And
tell us everything it bit in detail.
Walls and corners and baseboards.
Okay, how about it just bit a lot of stuff?
It bit the piano too. It bit the piano.
But you had a dachshund too, right?
We had 2 dachshunds.
Did they sleep in bed with you?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, not with me, but they did with my kids and probably with my ex-wife when I wasn't there. But I don't like to sleep with.
That wasn't a dog in her bed.
Well, anyway, I have no pets now, and my daughter has a cat. I think the cat sleeps with her.
Okay, George, Mark, does your
dog cats? They love to cuddle. I've had cats, and they jump. Jojo would sleep. He had a little blanket on the foot of the bed. He'd sleep, and then late at night or early morning, he'd crawl up next to me. And George, not this George, but my cat George, he sleeps with me. He cuddles right next to me, and he goes to sleep. I'm reading an iPad or something, and he'll fall asleep. Yeah, cats will fall asleep. I had 2 big dogs. I had a lab and a golden retriever. They would sometimes they were outside. They had dog houses, and they loved to be outside, and they'd swim in the pool and stuff. They would come in and sometimes sleep on the floor. But when I was a kid, I had smaller dogs, and they would sleep. But yeah, I think it's sweet.
Do me a favor. This guy Brett, whatever. Can you just block him, Brett?
I keep erasing him, but I'll block him next.
Yeah, block him out.
I'll go back and block.
He's a child. Anyway, so your cats, you had, but what'd you say about you had Goldens?
I had a golden retriever and a Labrador.
And they slept with you?
No, they usually didn't. They didn't because they would love to be outside, and I had a patio and stuff, and they had dog houses, and they had blankets, and they used to like to hang out outside. So those 2 didn't. When I was younger, I had a smaller dog, and he would sleep on the bed with me, like the foot of the bed. But cats, all my cats
are easy.
Cuddle, yeah.
Some people will not let animals sleep with them. Will not. Some people won't let pets in, won't let dogs in the house.
No, you got to let them in the house.
Yeah, no, they won't. Some people are like that. And for me, I had
German Shepherds.
I had 2 German Shepherds, and they would both sleep with me.
They would, yeah.
But they were. My cat slept with us almost 19 years. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Jesse.
Wow.
That's a long life.
You get very.
Sounds like Mark slept with a lot of dogs.
That's true.
But I had 2 Shepherds. They probably weighed about 75, 80 pounds each. and they would, they were so, excuse me, dogs are so funny. They would sleep. They would get on at night. They would lay. They had beds by the foot. They had their own beds at the foot of the bed. But late at night, they would get on the bed so slowly.
Yeah, to not bother you.
Right. They put one paw.
Yes.
And they would wait, and I would feel them, and another paw, and then by the end, I'd wake up in the morning. I had this much bed, and they were all stretched out with sleeping on their bed, both of them. Sleeping on their backs, and I was like just jammed in a corner, and I didn't care. They were just great. They were great dogs.
I think you get closer, and your animals get closer to when they sleep, because I think when you sleep with an animal, it's a very loving, nurturing thing, and I think they get more attached to you, because you're part of their pack, dogs or cats, and they protect you, and they feel protected.
Yeah. We have that little Pomeranian now. Yvonne's allergic to cats. Well,
yeah.
But we have that little dog, and he loves sleeping with me, and he loves sleeping with my wife. He doesn't like so much sleeping with my daughter because what's interesting? My dog will get mad at our daughter, growl at her. If she goes to move him, he gets mad. If my wife and I do it, they're like siblings. So he does not like to sleep with her, but we make him sleep. But she wants him in her bed with her. So every night when we go lights out here, he looks at me and he just stares at me. And then my daughter will pick him up, and he has that look in his face like, please, God, please
don't take me into the bed.
Let me go with you. Please let me go.
That's true.
He's so damn cute.
They form attachments to people, and they want to sleep with them.
Yeah.
And I think your wife had the dog probably when Bailey was very young. Maybe that's why the dog tends to sleep with.
Yeah,
Renee.
Bailey was 3 or 4 years old.
Right. So the dog got used and attached to Renee.
Oh, it's Renee's dog. Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell.
And yeah. And he could sleep with me. I don't care. He lays down with my wife. I'm the same way. I just, fine. But we had the cat conversation. I'm not a cat guy. I love cats. I don't.
Right. I get it.
Cat as a pet. Pamela Wooten has 4 cats, and they're allowed to. 4 cats sleep with you, Pamela. Wow. There's a lot of purring. It must sound like a symphony in that bed. Do cats purr when they sleep?
They will purr before they go to sleep. They'll start purring, but not usually when they're asleep.
Do they snore?
They can make noises, but not always. When my cat, he knows when it's time to go to bed, because I'll say to him, George, it's Betty by time. Yes, I do. And he runs into the bedroom, and I get into bed, and he will circle me, lay down and start purring, and does some head bumps, and then goes to sleep. It's
Does
really
he dream?
sweet. What?
Does the dog dream?
They say cats and dogs dream.
But your cat doesn't twitch.
Oh,
and
yeah,
yelp
they
and
do
meow?
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I didn't know if they did that because my little dog snores like a lumberjack and dreams and the whole bit. But he's funny. Okay, so I guess sleep with your pet. Don't if it was a fish, I guess you can't sleep with the fish.
Yeah, that's hard.
Anyway, all right. So my dogs my German Shepherd, Mini Mimosa, her dog snores obnoxiously. My German Shepherds would snore, and that would put me to sleep.
Oh, that's
really
Yeah. It was like a what's that called? White noise. Yeah, it was great. They were great dogs. One died young. Oh. I remember during the earthquake in 92, Mark?
94. January of 94.
Oh, right. 94. My dogs could not care less.
Really?
Slept right through
my dogs freaked out.
Didn't want to just lay in there like, why are you going outside? It's ridiculous. And they were cool.
It's interesting. I had 2 cats. My little white cat, Skoonch, disappeared. We thought a bookshelf fell on him. We got in. looked in my office, my bookshelf fell. We frantically moved it. I thought we couldn't find him for 3 days. I know he didn't get out. Nothing was open. And the third day, I'm sitting in the living room and I have this like off-white carpeting, and I see this black thing, mostly black, walking along the carpet, leaving like soot. She had gotten up to one of the fireplaces and stayed there for like 2.5 days.
Wow.
And that cat's that disappeared, and it was so interesting, but she was fine. We cleaned her off, obviously.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, cats really get affected.
I guess she got freaked because this dog freaks out over thunder. There's a lot of thunder here, and our dog.
Oh, dogs will, yeah.
A lot of anyway. All right, George, we got some mail. Let's see what the mailbag has today. Sure. Tell me why men, as they grow older, don't groom their eyebrows. Some are so long that they have more there than on top of their head. Men get them groomed.
Well, I definitely have more hair on my eyebrows than top of my head.
But Leslie makes a great point. There are guys that walk around with like, it looks like if they combed it back, they would have full head of hair.
Yeah, you look like they have gerbils stapled to their forehead.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all like in different directions.
Yeah, it's usually an old men. Sometimes you got to trim your eyebrows. You do.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend that would trim mine. Now I do it. I'm not sure.
I rarely have to trim my eyebrows. Rarely. George has some eyebrows.
You know, it's just part of my routine. For years, once a week, I do my grooming. I cut my fingernails.
It's like drinking. It's like drinking for you.
Now you have to do your ears and your eyebrows and your nose.
How do you do your ears?
Oh, I have a
tweezer, and I get real close to the mirror.
Tweezer?
Yeah.
How the hell do you see your ear?
Well, I look in a mirror, and it's hard to grab things, but you go at it. You should hear the curse words that come out of me when I'm doing that.
Oh my God!
You can I have a really good ear cutter, that cuts it really close.
Yeah, it's like a little trimmer.
Yeah, and then it could go inside, and I always do the outside. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to cut it. I want to pull it out. So that's why.
But you know what? I think that's a wives' tale. They say if you pull it out, it won't grow back.
It grows back.
I don't know that. That's what I do. I'm too lazy. It
grows back. But Leslie, I don't know why men. I don't know. It seemed, and I've seen guys with hair coming out of the tip of their nose.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, look in the friggin' mirror.
Yeah, that I would pull out with a tweezer.
Yeah, but look in the mirror. You have the old guy with the eyebrows, gerbils on his face. He's got to know that the eyebrows are ridiculous.
Yeah, I think they just gave up. They get to a certain age and they just say, eh.
I have my daughter does my ears.
Yeah.
Gets a pair of tweezers, yanks them out, hurts like a son of a gun. God,
yeah.
Makes my eyes water.
Yeah.
But she looks forward to it. It's a very satisfying thing for her. That's a big thing with you.
I would venture actors tend to, because you have to start early and they groom you and the makeup, so you're probably more aware than a construction worker. I'm saying most actors constantly deal with grooming, obviously, right?
Okay, Mark. Listen, I love Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood does not comb his hair.
Yeah, I guess you're right on that. Yeah, I guess that's the style.
I have to tell you the story now about Clint Eastwood. It's one of I was at an event, and I was sitting with Joe Pesci, and Joe Pesci is one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet in your life. He's like Nicky Santoro without the murder.
That you know of.
So, and Clint Eastwood walked into this thing, and I'm talking to Joe Pesci, and I said, Joe, what's with the back of Clint Eastwood's hair? Does he not ever comb it? He turns around and goes, "Hey, Clint, what the F's with on the back of your head?" I went, "What?"
You probably made his day doing that.
What did Clint say?
He started laughing, Clint Eastwood. He started laughing. Anyway, so I don't know why men don't do this. I really go after the nose hairs, and no matter how many times I trim it, there's always one that's just sort of hanging around there. And I don't pull them. Don't pull the nose.
No. You got to get a good
Oh my
nose.
God.
Nose
And you'll
tripper.
put a pimple in there, and a pimple inside the nose is the most painful thing on the planet.
Oh, we've all had that, haven't we?
Yes, the worst, the friggin' worst.
Yeah.
Hey, we got.
What? Go next one, George.
All right.
Clint Eastwood forgot how to comb his hair.
That's very funny.
If you could have done something else in your life rather than the careers you went into, what would you have done? Patty Dost.
You won't take this, George?
You know, I have always been. We actually talked about this once again in the early podcast, but I'm totally fascinated by intellectual property, the rights of like copyright and patent and trademark. And I almost went into that law, and I didn't. But I think that's what I would be doing if it was not
Law.
Yeah,
Law?
in IP law, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I honestly, the thing that comes to my mind, if I didn't get into show business, I would have probably been a cop. I had this great affinity as a kid. I knew a lot of police. The whole idea of catching bad guys and being, good, honest cop. I would have probably enjoyed that. Every day's different. You're driving around. That would probably be it. Other than making movies.
By the way, Kimberly Shaw wants us to wax on air.
Kimberly's not going to get that request.
If you look back long enough in videos of mine, you'll see my daughter pulling my ear hairs out.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no, we did it one. This is a bunch of years ago, but my career would have been. I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Yeah,
that's right.
And got into the entertainment business and went in a whole different direction. But I was kind of interested in doing something like that. But here I am. Maybe I'll go back to school at some point.
Or you know what you could do? Get a sitcom. Scott Baio, the veterinarian. It's a funny sitcom.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a 70s sitcom that goes 13 and off the air.
And the animals talk to you?
Yeah, you can hear them, but no one else can.
You can hear them. Okay.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. That might work today.
It's Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah. Mark, when you say 13 and off, I'm not sure people know why you use that.
That means usually you get in prime time, you get 13 episodes is your first order. If it works, you get the back 9 to make 22. So when you say 13 in the old days when there was just network, they would give 13 would be the initial order, and if you were cut off at 13, you were a failure. I've had a number of those shows.
You were a failure. You had a show for a season. Come on.
Well, you used to think that, but if you got cut off on the back 9, that, Scott. It was very depressing.
Oh, it was very depressing.
I remember.
Never happened to me, but it's very depressing. All right.
The Rousters with Chad Everett went 13 and off the air. Matter of fact, we were so low rated they didn't even play the last 2 episodes.
Wow.
It was NBC. It was 1982.
What show?
The Rousters, where Chad Everett played a carnival barker with Jim Varney, his goofy brother, Jim Varney, the earnest guy. It was a funny show. Cannell created it.
What was his first show? The doctor show?
It was a big doctor show. Chad Everett.
Yeah.
He's a very likable guy.
Yeah.
I like Chad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
so what?
I'm sorry. Before we leave the mailbag, I don't have a image for this, but one of our the podcast's really dedicated viewers, Lady Juliet, Julie Mattis. She had a stent operation, and I just wanted to wish her a fast recovery.
Yes,
fast recovery.
Read her. What was her full name, George?
She goes by Lady Juliet, but her name is Julie Mattis. And
Julie Mattis will keep good thoughts for you.
Didn't she say that she watched the show? She got home and watched the show or something like that. I remember reading it. Anyway, we pray for you. We hope you're okay, Juliet.
You'll get through it.
And thanks for watching. And we appreciate it. We wish you the best. Now, people are wanting shirts, but you got to send us information.
When you do this, you can only enter via writing to Take On Life Podcast at Gmail. It's right at the bottom there. That's the only way to enter to get the shirt Scott's wearing. The shirt is $30 and it's $8 to ship it. But if you want it autographed, as being demonstrated in the graphic, it's an extra $50. So it's $80 plus shipping if you want it autographed. So
right. and it goes to charity. All the money goes to charity.
And it has to go to Take On Life. I'm sorry.
Go, George.
Take On Life Podcast at gmail.com. That's the only way to enter. So don't write it in the comments and don't go to his website and enter. That doesn't work.
Yeah, great. And also, guys, when you email, give us ideas for the show. Give us thoughts, things that are on your mind, things that you want to talk about. And because, everybody's life is different. We have our stuff and you guys have your stuff, but we find what you do more interesting than what we do. So anyway, is that it, George? Guys, are we done? Is that
no, I got
we got lots to go.
Where I got left. We have to keep going.
Yeah.
No, if you want to go, it's cool.
I still got a third of a cigar.
Well, aren't you guys going to meet up now and go down the block and
you're
have a
right.
smoke?
No, we go later to smoke. So what else do we have?
5 o'clock for you guys. No, it's 6 o'clock.
No, it's past your bedtime. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock for us.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Tell your friends, tell them to come on, tell them to write to us, and we appreciate you watching. And God bless all of you. See you soon.
Yep. Good night, everyone.
Good night and goodbye, Ozzy.